Thanks for staying with us here on Newsdesk. Now, some 15 samples from persons suspected to have been infected with COVID-19 in the Volta and Oti regions have tested negative at the Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research. The Deputy Volta Regional Director of the Ghana Health Service in charge of public health, Dr. Senu Jokoto, who disclosed this, indicated surveillance has been intensified to ensure timely detecting of an infection to contain the spread of the virus. He made the disclosure when he received some hand hygiene materials worth 16,000 Ghana cedis presented by the whole Central Member of Parliament, Benjamin Bodo.
The items donated included 25 sets of Veronica buckets, 1,000 pieces of liquid soap, and 1,100 pieces of hand sanitizers. The items would be distributed to health facilities, market centers, lorry stations, security agencies, among other relevant institutions. The Who Central MP, Benjamin Bodo, indicated the donation forms part of his contribution towards the fight against the spread of the virus in Ghana.
These donations will be sustained. So this is the first tranche. From next week, we will come with more as and when we acquire, we are able to obtain more for distribution. I have also allocated 5,000 Ghana cedis to the municipal directorate. You take the money quickly, go and buy the personal protective equipment and distribute across all of these facilities so that they will be able to get assurance that when they have patients having symptoms, they will not be afraid to treat them, to approach them and give them attention.
Mr. Kpodu, however, expressed worry on the violations of the President's border closure directive.
We've got information that Okada riders are smuggling these people in. If you have any information to that effect, quickly alert the health authorities and the security agencies so that they can be picked up for isolation and testing before they enter town to start spreading the virus if they are importing it into our... You know, our borders here are pretty porous, and many people, for monetary reasons, will like to violate the rules which are embedded in the directives given by the President.
The acting Deputy Volta Regional Director of the Ghana Health Services in charge of public health, Dr. Senu Jokoto, lauded the initiative. He said stringent measures have been put in place to contain and prevent the spread of the virus in the region.
These items that we have today donated to the people of Whole Municipality will go a long way to help them fight this COVID-19 pandemic. Since the beginning of our heightened surveillance, we sent over 15 samples to Noguchi, and so far they've all been negative. We continue to suspect because that is the only basis or only evidence we have to show all of you that we are alert, we are working, and we are picking any case so that in the event, God forbid though, that we have any positive case, we will detect it early, we will contain it, and we'll manage. And by doing that, we are very sure that this condition is not going to spread across the Volta region.
Nonetheless, stakeholders are tirelessly working to set up a coronavirus testing center at the Ho Teaching Hospital. Fred Kwame Asari, JoyNews, Ho.
Now, the Ghana Maritime Authority has donated some personal protective equipment, PPEs, to 3 healthcare facilities in the Upper East region to aid health workers there in the fight against the spread of the coronavirus. Though the Upper East region is yet to record a case of COVID-19, the Director General of the authority, Thomas Kofi Alonsi, who presented the item, says it is important that the healthcare staff are well equipped so they do not risk their own lives or health while examining potential cases. Correspondent Albert Sori has more.
The items donated by the Ghana Maritime Authority include gallons of hand sanitizers, pieces of nose masks, boxes of examination gloves and disposable gowns, Veronica buckets, and non-contact thermometers. They were donated to the Busa North Health Directorate at Sandema, the St. Lucas Hospital at Wiaga, also in the Busa North District, as well as the Upper East Regional Hospital at Bolgatanga. Presenting the items, the Director General of the Ghana Maritime Authority, Thomas Kofi Alonsi, said government has not taken for granted the sacrifices that healthcare staff across the country are making as the country takes measures to control the spread of the coronavirus.
And to the frontliners, who are the medical officers who will be using this, we know that you have a yeoman's role to play as far as the fight against this pandemic is concerned. It is a difficult task, but we believe that with these resources that we are providing today, limited as they are, we are sure that they should be able to assist you, first of all, in protecting yourself so that you feel confident enough to embark upon the education that is required. And again, in the event that this pandemic enters the district, it is our firm belief that with these limited resources that we are giving you today, you'll be in a position to be able to stem the tide. Having said that, we also want to urge you to ensure that the little that we have brought are distributed to the sub-district so that they also put themselves.
Receiving the items on behalf of the Bulsa North Health Directorate, the acting district public health nurse, Pognap Comfort Amwak, said healthcare workers in the district were in need of more support to ensure their safety in the fight against COVID-19.
We are pleading that the frontliners, we need more support from other people and other organizations to come to our aid. People are suffering in the interland, and without those things, we cannot do our work very well. So we are pleading. Even people who are more advanced, you see how the disease is dealing with them. So you can imagine we those here. So we are pleading that more should come to support the district and the frontliners so that we will help combat COVID-19 in our districts and the region as a whole.
Her plea was emphasized by the Upper East Regional Director of Health Services, Dr. Winfred Ofosu, after he received the donation on behalf of the Bolgatanga Hospital.
We have not yet confirmed a case in Upper East region, but we cannot say that we don't have anybody with a virus in the region. We continue to investigate cases that come to our attention. But one of the topmost priority at this time is protection of the health staff, particularly the frontline staff. If they are not protected and they get the infection and they die, it means that the rest of us are also in danger. That is the angle in which we see this donation as very, very, very crucial.
For JoyNews, Albert Sori, reporting from Bolgatanga.
Not everyone is too excited about how President Akufo-Addo is leading the fight against the global pandemic COVID-19, but there are, however, others who have nonetheless fallen in love with aspects of his speech on updating the citizenry on what they must know and what to do to win the fight against the disease. In his latest address to the country last Friday, the president, while outlining the latest measures, including movement restrictions, gave the following admonition.
I assure you that we know what to do to bring back our economy back to life. What we do not know is how to bring people back to life. We will therefore protect people's lives, then their livelihoods. For the next 2 weeks, I urge all of you, especially residents in the affected areas of Greater Accra and Greater Kumasi, to be reminded every day that the front line of the fight against coronavirus is your front door.